Hiding the coin of the day. Gonna take the yellow line. Go to the beginner section. I got a couple of ideas. Oh my gosh.
Whee!
Good morning, fellas. What you guys working on?
Walls.
Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna keep it going. All right, the yellow line takes you to the beginner area. Bunch of rollers, little box jumps. Might just go through this thing real fast. First run of the morning. Ooh, on the berm? I think I like it on the berm. Oh yeah, okay, hold on. Let's see. You're never gonna find it.
Yo, what's up? I'm Jack. We're gonna show you the end of our green trail today. If you ride it towards the ending, this is where it spits you out. You are able to cut off right at the end and hit our little novice shortcut, but we're gonna show you the final extension. This section is kind of cool. We end of last season we added these in. It used to be just all flat. Then Paul put these rollers in to add a little bit more flair, make it a little more flowy. This section here, it's a little bit of a climb. Those rollers give you a pretty good amount of speed. Like I was saying before, this used to be all flat here too. Paul built this super tight little quarter here. You can kind of just use it as a berm, or for the BMX guys, get a little bit of height off of that thing. Now, this part of the trail takes you over our season pass bike storage. If you purchase an annual pass from us, you're able to store your bike. You can lock them up here. Yeah, so as you leave that room, this spits you out into the end of our profile world, also known as the rhythm room. And there's a couple different options here. The green trail always takes you on the low line, the easiest way to go. Just sends you kind of down a waterfall here and right back up. In the middle, there's a little step up. And if you hang to the left, there's a drop. This thing definitely looks a little intimidating rolling up to it. It's definitely pretty high up, but you're actually able just to roll down, even though there is a little bit of an edge here. Any bike should be able to just roll down that thing, no problem. This thing gives you a bunch of speed for the step up here. Real fun section. Another fun little thing, if you look to the left side of the drop, there's a little bit of a banked wall ride, which isn't something I'd be able to do, but definitely seen a couple guys get down on that thing. Yeah, once you go down the drop or hit the jump in the middle, sends you up this fly out into a little berm, which spits you out into a step down. Not the biggest jump, but gives you decent amount of air. All right. So yeah, at the end of this section, just sends you out into this S-berm here, as we call them, rascal berms. You'll find many of these around the park. And this sends you pretty much back to where you started, into the last few corners of our green trail. And yeah, that brings us to the end of this section. We'll see you guys out there.
Hi, this is Bill over at Ray's Indoor Bike Park, and today we're going to talk about tire inflation and the proper tire pressure. Okay? So what is tire pressure? Tire pressure is usually measured in America in pounds per square inch, or PSI. And if you look at the sidewall of your tire, you will find somewhere on the tire, stamped usually on the side, the range that is recommended to run in that tire. This tire, we just checked it, 35 to 60 PSI is recommended. Now, lower pressure is going to be a little softer to ride. It's not going to beat your wrists up in so much, but the risk of having a pinch flat is higher. A pinch flat is when your tire is so soft that if you hit a sharp edge, like the edge of a bump, a curb, a pothole, the tire bottoms out into the rim. The weak link is the inner tube, so the rim cuts the underside of the inner tube, sometimes in two places where both sides of the rim cut it. We call that snake bite in the business. But anyway, the best way to keep your tires from catching those kind of flats is inflate your tires high enough to prevent that. So stay in the range. You can experiment with the range a little bit and see what works for you. If you're a light rider, if you also, maybe even heavier riders who ride in a style where they're not banging into stuff but ride a little smoother, they can get away with a little lower pressure, but higher pressure is probably a better idea for a lot of these kind of bikes. So we're going to see what's going on here. And this guy, obviously, I can squeeze this thing and it's really basically almost flat. I would venture to say, without putting a tire gauge on it, it's probably got 10 to 20 pounds in there. So it's way below even the minimum requirement, okay? And I realize most people probably don't have a decent tire gauge at home. So it's a good idea to pump your tires up fairly hard. And so when you squeeze them, they should feel pretty doggone solid. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna air this guy up. Let me grab we've got a real nice inflator here which has a tire gauge on it. So that'll help me kind of get us up in there. So you just slip this guy right over there. Pump away. When I release that, it's now reading just under 40. So 40 is the minimum. And if I squeeze it now, it's pretty hard. I can kind of deflect it a little bit, but not very much. And that's the minimum. So when you get it to where it's pretty hard and you can't really squish it, add another few strokes with the pump. Get it up there, crank it up a little bit. I think it's usually safer to have a little too much air and not enough air, a little too low. So we're gonna go up to, there's about 65 right there. If you have, let me just ask you, what pressures do you like to run? Put that in the comments, but remember, tire pressure, everything depends on the tires, man. The tires are your only interaction between you and your bike and the ground, and that's what gives you your control. So low pressure will make it squirmy, high pressure will make it roll fast. Somewhere in the middle you may find a place where it's comfortable without being squirmy, and also will give you all the safety you need to keep the tires from bottoming out. Okay, well, I hope that's helpful. Check with us again for some more tips. And don't forget, hit the like button, and also give us a little comment. Tell us how much air you put in your tires. Okay, thanks for watching.
Hey folks, thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.